Hey guys, it's John from Album Review TV. Today I am reviewing Bloc Party's new album titled 4. It was released August 20th of this year. It was suggested to me by a few people to review, and honestly I was a fan of the band before, I just had not gotten around to checking out the record yet. I'm glad I did, although I've got a few mixed opinions about the album. It's still overall probably their strongest album since Silent Alarm. And honestly probably my second favorite, tied with A Weekend in the City. Bloc Party is an indie rock band that has experimented in many other things, and on their last effort they experimented even more and incorporated elements of like alternative dance and stuff into their music, along with infusing the indie rock in there along with it. Now, not to say that they totally strayed away from their roots, but honestly they really did, and with 4 they're getting back to where they came from. After the release of their last album in 2008, the band ended up going on hiatus for several years, and many people believe that they wouldn't return, at least with the same lineup, that is. Rumor had it that the lead singer would not be coming back, even if the band did reform, and it's just not a good idea to continue on with the band, in my opinion, if the lead singer isn't there. But the whole band is back. All 4 members are still in Bloc Party, and at the end of 2011, early 2012, they started posting updates on their Facebook saying that they were in the studio, and photos began to surface on the page of them working on recording the new album as well, and fans were pretty ecstatic about that. And finally, here it is, August, and we've got the new album 4. The first song I heard by the band was Helicopter off of one of the Burnout soundtracks. I don't know if you guys ever played those games or not, but I discovered a lot of good bands from that, such as Motion City's Soundtrack, Bloc Party, Funeral for a Friend, etc., etc. The album starts off really strong with the first track, So He Begins to Lie, followed by 3x3, as well as Octopus, and all of those combined for a 1-2-3 punch that starts off the album really strong. But the album is honestly pretty consistent and unbalanced and makes for kind of a cluster on the album, and I just don't really know how to feel about it because it goes in so many different directions at times. But the harder hitting songs, and in general when Bloc Party is going for a harder style, that's when they're better. All of a sudden on the 4th track, Real Talk, the band decides to hone in on their feelings and slow things down a little bit, and this continues back and forth. The flip-flopping begins right here, and honestly it's just back and forth, I feel like, from this point forward on the album. The album gets repetitive at times, especially on songs like VALIS, which I don't know what that stands for. If you know, let me know in the comments down below, but it's an abbreviation for something, I think. As for my favorites on the album, my first favorite is the single Octopus. It was the lead single off of the album. Definitely the catchiest song on the album. The guitar work is impeccable on this song. Probably some of the best on the album, besides the next track that was my favorite, which is Kettling. Another one I really wanted to point out. The guitar breakdown on that song is probably my favorite moment of the whole album. And the song as a whole, while lyrically, especially the chorus, not that strong, it's easily overlookable for the fact that the rest of the song is just amazing. Kettling and Octopus are both very hard-hitting songs. You're starting to see a pattern here with which ones are my favorites. Definitely the harder ones. 3x3 is my next favorite, and the song starts off with kind of a sense of desperation in the vocals, and it's just another really good tune, one of my favorites on the album, like I said. Next favorite is definitely going to be So He Begins to Lie, which is the opener from the album. Starts off the album with a little wave of energy. I really like how at some points on this song, at the beginning of this song, and at some points throughout the entire album, you can hear the band kind of talking amongst each other in the studio. You can hear them breathing at the beginning of Octopus, and I don't know why I like that, but it kind of gives a sense of more realness and rawness to the music. My last favorite is We Are Not Good People. It's the last song on the album. It ends the album off on more of a upbeat vibe, and definitely a harder hitting song once again, and I'm glad the album didn't end on like a slow jam or something, but definitely a good way to close out the album, and I really like the lyrics on that one as well. Another song I wanted to mention was Coliseum. Starts off really weird. The intro on that one sounds like it should be from like a bad country song or something. I keep expecting the first line of the song to be something about a honky-tonk cowboy or something like that. It's just ridiculous. And then around the 1 minute mark, it just kind of, the guitar crashes in and it's all over the place. The vocals are kind of crazy on that one as well, and it just makes for kind of a mess of a song. Overall, like I said, this is probably my second favorite album from the band. Really enjoyed it. Definitely a couple of missteps on the last two albums. Not entire missteps, but a lot of songs that I could have done without from Bloc Party, but I feel like they're more on the Silent Alarm direction and sticking with their indie rock roots, and it definitely turned out to be a good album. What do you guys think? Do you listen to Bloc Party, and if so, have you heard the album? Love it or hate it? Let me know in the comments. Please don't forget to subscribe above, check out the links below, blog, Twitter, Facebook, connect with me down there. I'm always posting a lot of photos and stuff to try to get you guys to interact, and I love hearing back from you guys. It's been John from Album Review TV, your home for music news and reviews. Until next time, guys.